Dylan, what's up, my man? Oh, can't hear you yet. Can't hear you yet. There we go. I got you now.
Got me now? Okay.
Yes, sir. How we doing, my man?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm not bad at all, brother. It's 10 a.m. over there. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very cool. Now, are you born and raised in Alaska, or how'd you get over there?
Military. I'm actually stationed at Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson.
Okay, very cool. What branch of military are you in?
Air Force.
Okay, my dad was in the Air Force. What do you do there?
I'm an aircrew flight equipment technician. I fit up pilots to their protective equipment while they're flying, inspect MVGs and parachutes and stuff like that.
Okay, so you got a pretty important job. People jump out and there's something wrong, they're going to come blame you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
How long have you been doing that?
I'll be hitting my 10-year mark in February.
Wow. Okay, cool. So we got this military thing going on. Now, why online coaching?
Fitness has kind of impacted me in a positive way, and I kind of want to help others do the same.
I love that. Cool. Now, as far as like any certifications, do we have any like history with one-on-one training, any online coaching experience, anything like that?
None yet. I found that the Air Force actually has a cool program, and they pay for one certification that is not job related. And there's actually a personal training certification that I would qualify for. So
Very cool.
I'm on leave right now, but when I go back to work next week, I'm gonna start hammering that out.
Very cool. We also offer an optional certification as well for no additional charge, but it's for like equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So you feel qualified to give more recommendations, things of that nature as well. So yeah, man, we can help you out there as well. Now, what do you feel like online training is going to give you personally? Like, I get that you want to impact people, but are we looking for like financial freedom, more flexibility? What are we looking for?
Financial freedom for sure. I mean, the military doesn't pay super great, and with inflation, the cost of living isn't improving anytime soon.
For sure. Anything else that we're looking for? Like, are we looking to do this alongside your military? Are you looking to eventually go coaching full time? What does that look like?
I would like for it to go full time at some point, but for right now, it'd just kind of be more of a side hustle until my contract's up in February. So if I can
Cool.
at least lay the groundwork and get that going,
Yeah, 100%. Are you going to be done with the military here then, or are you going to be signing up another round?
As far as active duty goes, I'm done. I'll probably stay in either the National Guard or reserves. It just depends on who has an opening.
Cool. I love it. All right, cool. Now, as far as our goal, what are we trying to, like right now, to replace what you're currently doing? What do we need to be making?
To be comfortable, at least 60 a year.
Okay, cool. So let me give you some context behind that. Industry averages for online training is anywhere between the very low end 250 per client all the way up to 500. Okay, so let's just say you get certified, you're feeling pretty confident. Let's just say you're charging right around $400 on average per client. Okay, if you have 25 clients, that gets you 10K. So it can happen relatively fast, right? If you have 15 clients, that gets you 6K. Again, so we're hitting things relatively fast. We're able to replace that income, pretty substantially, pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Now, as far as now that you know the industry average, and we know you need to make at least 60 a year to be comfortable, how big do you want to see this thing get to? Like, what would you like to be seeing yourself making best case scenario?
Best case, I mean, 6 figures all day, but I honestly am not sure what a realistic goal for online coaching looks like. I mean, at least I mean, like I said, 100 a year, I feel like is a good starting point, but
Yeah. So if you've kind of seen our pages or our ads, like this first one we're talking about, our goal is to get you to 10K a month as fast as possible. So we get you to 10K a month, that's 120,000 a year. We got people hitting, 40,000 a month, 50,000 a month, all the way up to 100K, right? So our mastery level program is basically once you get to like 10K a month on a regular basis, then we ascend you to the next level. So that's where we start bringing on hires, DMers, teaching you how to lead leaders. So eventually you can continue to scale your business. And that's what the goal for mastery level is, to become more of that CEO, eventually step away from the coaching aspect and, bring on hires and let them do the day-to-day activities for you. Cool.
Gotcha.
Cool. Now, as far as like, what do you see as your biggest challenge to get this thing up and running?
I honestly, I just have no idea where to even start. Yeah, business is a foreign language to me.
Yeah, man, you're in pretty regular company with the majority of our individuals. A lot of people just know they're very passionate about health and fitness. They're just trying to figure out, how do I start and how can I maximize on it, right? So
Right.
today's call is going to be really beneficial for you, because you're going to see exactly step by step how we get you there. You'll see even the
Okay.
small intricate things that a lot of people will even overlook. So knowing where to get started, what else do you feel like you would need help with? Are we talking about lead generation, marketing, the whole nine, and we kind of need help with everything?
Pretty much, yeah. I have no experience with marketing or business in general. I mean, like I said, all foreign.
Yeah. So you've just been busy making sure people don't die when they jump out of planes, right? So
More or less, yeah.
cool. Anything that you've tried? Have we been doing some research, like as far as coaching? Like what was that aha moment for you where you're like, you know what, I think coaching could be something I could really maximize on?
So here recently, within my unit, there have been a few PT failures, and my leadership's trying to get us to do more unit PT. Um, and I saw what they were doing. It wasn't structured. We'd go run a few laps, and then they go down in the gym and play wall ball or something. If PT is that much of an issue for them to start wanting to do unit PT, why aren't they putting in place a more structured workout program? So the first one I led was actually the Murph last Thursday as a Memorial Day weekend, and I don't think many people were too thrilled to do that as their first workout, but I really enjoyed just kind of getting everybody together, leading them through it. And I mean, we had to cut it short because of time and where we were at, but overall, I thoroughly enjoyed just getting everybody together and putting on a good sweat, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I like that. Now, where would you like to see yourself in 4 to 6 months differently than where you're currently at?
4 to 6 months. Definitely live. I mean, financially living a little bit more comfortably. Um, Having those certifications to be more credible, um, and just kind of at the very least building that business, from the ground level.
Cool. Love it. Now, as far as what you feel like you need from a business coach or mentor, outside of obviously, the systems and processes to do the business side of things, but anything that you feel like you need, like such as guidance, accountability, or a game plan to make sure you're feeling supported and comfortable, what else would you need?
I mean, I know there's that group chat on WhatsApp, so I mean, I know that's a resource you guys offer. I can't really think of anything that I need. I'm sure there is stuff I need. It's just not coming to mind at this moment.
Sure, 100%. So it's safe to say you probably want some level of accountability. I'm sure
Sure.
since you're in the military, you thrive off of structure and discipline. So someone can kind of speak that love language to you, correct?
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yep.
man. Cool. So let me ask you this. I know that you're about to be out of the military, at least active duty, pretty soon. How much of a priority is this for you to get this foundation built for yourself?
In order to replace, my current income, it probably need to happen pretty quick. I know you said currently you guys are looking at 3.5 months to have a what would you say, 10K a month
Yep.
on
So
average?
the program itself is going to be 4 months long. And so we're trying to get you to 10K per month in as little as 4 months. So if we really prioritize this, if you can dictate anywhere, I'd say between 10 to 20 hours per week, you're in a really solid spot. Do you feel like that's reasonable for you?
It'd be tight, but I could try to squeeze it. Yeah.
So
Only
what,
because. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so what I would say is maybe if we can even just initially start off with 30 to 45 minutes a day, can we make that a priority? You'll be in a solid spot. Now, as you get more comfortable, then we can start, increasing our time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Does that feel like realistic for you with your time constraints?
Yeah, you said 30 to 45 minutes.
A day. Yep.
Yeah, that's no factor.
Cool. Love that. Now let me give you some statistical data I think that you're really going to appreciate. All right. So right now, 73% of our students get their first client in month one. Okay. So on average, it takes them just 1 week to do so. So the individuals that get their first client in month one, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. Okay. So now the individuals that don't get their first client in month 1, but by the end of month 4 are averaging 6,500. So just to be just a basic mediocre, right in the middle of the road client, you could expect to make 6,500 to 8K, which would still easily replace what you're currently making. Right. Now, let me ask you this. Do you really feel like you're a mediocre average dude?
No. I know I can. I want more. I don't feel. No, I'm not mediocre.
That's what I was looking for, man. So I think we could easily replace it relatively fast, right? So this is pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. So outside of that, any other questions do you have for me before we dive in? Because what I'm going to do next is I'll share my screen. We're going to go over a high level of what we have to offer. Then I'm going to deep dive into each module so you can see step by step our processes.
No questions for me right now. I'm ready to dive in.
Let's do it, man. Let me know when you can see my screen, and we'll have a party. Okay.
Got it.
Cool. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. We're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. We got a rating of an A out of a possible A+. So this really legitimizes who we are. And we're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So if you had one of these certifications, this would be continuing education credits for you.
Okay, great.
Now, as far as the success ladder goes, we've got 2 tiers. We've got the 10K Accelerator and we got Mastery Level. So 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself who's looking to make that transition to the online space. The information in this course can get us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months. Now, Mastery Level, as mentioned earlier, are for coaches that have been hitting 10K a month on a regular basis, but their main focal point is to scale eventually up to 100K per month, become more of that CEO of their program and make hires. Okay. So for right now, where we're currently at, we're going to focus on 10K Accelerator, but down the road, as you continue to get better and better, we can always look into upgrading you into Mastery Level. Cool?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. The 10K Accelerator program itself is really broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you your first couple clients right out the gate. We can't establish ourselves as a business without paying clients, right? So once we have our first couple paying clients, then we'll establish a solid business foundation. We're also going to help you generate leads organically utilizing AI technology, and we'll develop sales retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K. As far as the support side of things go, you'll have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire 4 months. This will be an individual who's completed the 10K and the Mastery Level. So they have a 6 or 7 figure business based off the information in our course. All right. You'll have a customized game planning call with that individual to really review where you want to be at and the most efficient way to get there. And then every 2 weeks, you'll have Zoom calls very similar to this to revisit the game plan, make any changes, receive feedback, and get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. And then down the road, you'll also be introduced to a sales coach. This is a complete game changer. This gives you the opportunity to really maximize your return of investment. We are making sure that we're closing down leads at a 40% clip or greater. So again, really maximizing your sales capabilities. Okay. There, we're going to have 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. These support calls will go over client delivery, objection handling, lead generation, mindset issues, you name it, we deep dive into it. And then you'll have 24/5 tech support with your coach as well. So outside of those game planning calls, You can text them as many questions as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of them. Okay. Now, becoming a fitness entrepreneur, it's exciting, it's cool, but it does get overwhelming at times, right? So we've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls. We do breath work and meditation sessions, even journaling to ensure you're in a good headspace to move forward with your business. As far as the resources go, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have the Zenpreneur method we just got done discussing, and we'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific enhancements to your program. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on that?
No, sounds great.
Beautiful. Now, this is the secret sauce on how we get you from 0 to 10K. 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. What does that mean? We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're also going to utilize very specific strategies to get our first couple clients out the gate. Then we'll move over to phase 2. This is we're going to actually make you a legitimate business. We're going to make sure everything is legalized. We're also going to figure out what problem you solve for individuals, and based upon that, we create our offer and pricing. These first 2 phases will be done within the first month to month and a half. The rest of the time we'll be spending the majority of their time in phase 3 and phase 4. So developing consistency, we're going to teach you organic marketing strategies, utilizing AI technology. We'll also generate leads with community lead generation method through WhatsApp group chat. And then we'll also create basic sales funnel creations to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills, make sure you're closing down sales call at a 40% clip or greater. We're going to have an emphasis on consistent client delivery systems. And we're also going to have a strong development for customer support and retention. We want to keep people happy for long periods of time, advancing to higher levels of our programming. Any questions on that?
Nope. Sounds great.
Cool, man. You're making my job easy. We're going to move into the modules itself. Go here. There's going to be a total of 32 modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. Both the link and the videos are tutorial style, so they'll go step by step exactly what you need to do. So there's zero guesswork in any of this. Okay. First thing here, how to become a full-time coach. As mentioned before, we're going to give you very specific strategies to implement to get your first couple of clients. The cool thing is the resources we provide majority of them are already done for you. So it's just plugging and playing. It's being more efficient with your time. Okay.
Gotcha.
From there, we're going to move into the 10K Accelerator Directory. I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capacity.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move into the roadmap. This is going to be broken down into 2 phases. What do we need to get from 0 to 5K? Then what do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So again, this will have videos associated with it, step-by-step processes. From there, we're going to move into the mindset and lifestyle module. Based upon the lifestyle that you want to lead, we will create daily routines for that. And then we're also going to help you with the mindset issues. So fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome, all natural, normal feelings, but how can we move forward with our businesses? Okay. We'll also show you what the top 10 struggles fitness entrepreneurs face, but we've also provided solutions for each and every one of these.
Okay.
Then we move in, this is where things start getting kind of interesting. We'll move into administration systems. So have you ever heard of ChatGPT?
I have not.
Okay, so ChatGPT is like Google on steroids. It's like your hardcore virtual assistant. It makes time way more efficient. So what we can use this for is creating SOPs. We can create captions for our reels and our content. It even helps us create workouts, nutrition, different protocols as well in half the time. Okay. Now, we're also going to set up your backend administration system. So waiver Stripe to collect payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book and apply calls for you. And then as far as we have applications you can utilize to load up all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot for all of your clients to make it more organized and more convenient. Okay.
Okay.
From there, we're going to do the same thing for your financial system. We're actually going to help you set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, business liability, health insurance, you name it, we deep dive into it. Now, the cool thing about this is if you were to file for your LLC, it usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks. We're actually partnered with an AI brand called Taylor Brands. This can be done in literally 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so again, it's all about effectiveness and a level of convenience as well. So you can focus more on your business aspects.
Sure.
From there, we're going to move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We're going to deep dive specifically into your goals. And then from there, we're going to move into identifying your ideal challenge. What problem does your program solve for individuals? Based upon what the problem it solves, we can create our offer and pricing around that. So understanding first how much value you bring. Is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your length of terms. So we help with the structure of your pricing. We also teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable as well. From there, we move into organic marketing. So we're going to teach you how to do 1 hour's worth of work, but get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So again, maximizing your time, making sure it's utilized more effectively. From there, we're going to teach you how to set up podcasts and YouTube. We want to expand your message. We want to expand your reach. We want people to know who you are and what you're about so we can get more engagement. Then from there, we're going to show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. There's very specific strategies and resources that we want you to implement. So we'll show you all things Instagram. We'll show you how to market for all things Facebook, all the way down to the hashtag. And we use a lot of data analytics to ensure which ones are like being more useful and which ones aren't. And then we'll also introduce you to all things TikTok related as well. So we can, again, maximize that option as well. From there, we're going to move into content creation made easy. We're going to introduce you to Canva and Canva Pro. We'll also introduce you to Microsoft Designer. This is a really great tool to kind of professionalize your content, make your page more aesthetically pleasing, and it's really good for branding as well. Then we're going to move into the lead generation framework. We believe that there's 3 different ways to do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. Okay, so this is like people coming to you. So we're going to set up, first of all, we're going to show you how to set up a WhatsApp group strategy and tell you why it's important. From there, we're actually going to implement specific resources to get people to want to come to you. So an example, cross-pollination, it'd be equivalent to like you partnering with a coach. That coach's audience gets to see you, your audience gets to see them. Now we're expanding our reach. Free resources. You've probably seen this all over before, probably with us as well. Hey, raise your hand or send an email address if you want a free resource. People love that. The one I really like to highlight though, scholarship strategies, the quickest way to get people in the door right away. And then we also do what we call call to actions. Now, the opposite of this is what we call conversation to calls. Okay, so this is like outbound marketing. All right, so this is like you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts. We're going to give you conversation and call examples, but more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms and how to build and nurture these relationships. And now that we have that WhatsApp group strategy, we can funnel these leads from all different locations and we can have them like interacting with some of your clients. So now they feel like there's a much warmer lead. They have a more trust in you. They kind of have an idea of who you are and what you're about. From there, we're going to move into referral. That's the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, talking about how amazing you are. We'll give you resources and teach you how to incentivize people to bring you more referrals without actually having to ask. From there, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you got to be good at sales. So we're going to really maximize your sales capabilities because we want to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first of which is what we call the meet and greet. It's like a 10 to 15 minute phone call to figure out if you really want to work with this person. It's kind of like a screening process. So we'll give you examples with our coaches, and that'll lead us into our closing call. This is where we're trying to lock down that lead and we're trying to turn them into a client. This is we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be huge for you. Understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford it. And then again, how to lock down that lead once and for all. Once we have that lead locked down, we're actually going to go back and track everything. So how many calls do we have set up? Who's showing these calls? Who's not? Who closed? We want to make sure there's predictable data every single month. So we'll give you resources to understand how to track it. Then we'll give you our entire objection handling web. I want you to think of this as like all of the excuses you're going to hear why people can't start. Okay. So we give you over 30 different scenarios you're going to hear on a regular basis. So the more we can familiarize ourselves with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections on that sales call, and the easier it is for us to help the client understand why it's so important to start your program. From there, we're going to move into client delivery. Okay, so this is probably, client onboarding process. This is probably the most overlooked process by trainers. This is the first 30 days in your program. Okay, the first 30 days makes or breaks if someone wants to continue with you or not. We want to make sure this is a really memorable experience. There's no buyer's remorse. We want to make sure we're getting something tangible in their hands within the first 24 to 48 hours while you're building out their program. This is where expectations and standards start. Okay, so really making this an exciting time for them. There we move into the client delivery. This is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how you deliver services. But how can we do this more efficiently? We're going to teach you how to do that by utilizing Chat GPT and AI technology. Okay, so again, understanding how to create workouts, resources, just different options to enhance the user experience. And then no matter how good you are, this is going to happen to you. Someone's going to ghost you. They're going to quit. They're not going to listen. But usually there's a reason why. A lot of times these people want more community engagement. They want something larger than just a one-on-one method. Some of them want more touch points with you. So creating WhatsApps or different chat areas for them to get a hold of you. Some of them want challenges, and some of them want to be incentivized just to do what's already expected of them. We'll give you different resources and strategies to bring that to life for them so they're incentivized to execute at a higher rate again. From there, we're going to move into customer support. So this is the not so fun side of things. What do you do if someone wants to have a cancel, they want a refund, they want to pause? How do we mitigate these issues for the upcoming months, and how do we track it? And then in the final one, we move into retention. So we want to keep people for long periods of time, but we want to advance into higher levels of our program. Okay, so we're going to teach you strategies behind that and then how to track it. Okay, quick recap and we'll answer any questions you got. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right, the program itself is going to be 4 months long. You'll have a customized game planning call with your coach. You'll have a one-on-one coach the entire enrollment period. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll be introduced to your sales coach as well. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, an optional certification, and the business course curriculum. Is there anything you feel like we're missing here?
Nothing that I know of, no.
We feeling pretty confident with it now?
So far, yeah.
Awesome. Did you get a chance to hear about our 3 times investment guarantee, by the way?
No, was that in one of the links that was sent?
It probably was. So what this is a lot of companies will have a money back guarantee, right? Everyone has that. We have a money back guarantee if you don't hit a specific amount of money, which is super nice, right? So what this essentially says is we have to attend our game planning call, okay? We have to attend all one-on-one coaching calls, which is 2 per month, 1 group support call each week, okay? Can't spend longer than 2 weeks on your certification. You have to run a scholarship within the first 90 days, no late payments, and charge at least the bare minimum suggested prices of $250 or more per client, and have no late payments. If you do all of that, you show up and just put in the work, we're guaranteeing you'll 3 times the amount you make, or you get a 100% money back guarantee. So year to date, we've helped over 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%.
Wow.
So does that make you feel even more confident?
A little bit, yeah.
Now, did you get a chance to check out any testimonials at all?
No, I was a little tight on time yesterday.
No problem.
With kids and all that stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just going to share a couple with you, okay? The first one I want to share with you is Charlotte. She was an in-person trainer. She's making about $40K a year, all right? She got into our program after 6 months. She contracted over 200K. She now makes 70K a month. So she's what I'd call a top 10 percenter. She went all in. She went ham with it, okay? Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got Karina. She's a family woman. Her goal was to spend more time with her kids and travel. She was making about 2K a month. She started NLCA. This first tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. After 6 months, she was averaging 10 to 12K months on a regular basis. She's now making 15K a month, and she works about 35 hours per week and travels with her kids.
Jeez.
Right? So 2 different spectrums. One wanted to be an empire. One just wanted like a lifestyle where she could travel and spend more time with the kiddos, right? Yeah. Both are doing extremely well for themselves. I'm also going to share with you the student averages. I know a lot of people want to know what your basic student's doing. This first one I kind of already touched on. 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. Now, this is cool. In 10.6 weeks, people are quitting their job to go full-time with their online fitness business. So that's crazy. These are just the average individuals. Now, of the students that stay with us 12 months or longer, they have 97 clients on their roster on average. The individual with 97 clients are averaging $366,000 a year. So obviously at 97 clients, you're going to be having, a DMer, you probably ran some ads, you might have an assistant coach, but the point is we teach you how to do all that, right? And this could be done in a year's time. That is nuts. And then the students grade the program a 4.5 out of 5 on average, which means they're getting massive results for their respectful businesses. Any questions on the averages?
No,
Cool. How are we feeling? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we hate it? What are your thoughts?
I like it so far. All the numbers sound real good.
Beautiful. Cool. So next what we're going to go into is the investment portion. What's this thing going to cost us, right? There'll be a payment plan or there'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan just means we put down a down payment, we spread the rest out over the 4 months. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front and you save a significant amount of money. Now, the cool thing about this is no matter where you fall at financially, we do have extended payment plans and financing options as well. So if this is something that really aligns with what you need, I have something for you. Cool?
Okay.
All
Sounds
right, so
great.
let's talk about what's this thing going to cost us. All right, it's only $100,000 in your left kidney, bro. I'm just kidding, man. There's a payment plan of $7,000, a paid full option of $6,200 that saves you $800. Out of those two, which do you think would work best for you?
Right now probably the 7.
The payment plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what like the majority of our students do. Okay, so how that would look, the average individual will put down about 2,300. Okay, that gives you a remainder amount of 4,700. You divide 4,700 over 4 months, and your payments are just over 1,100, which is equivalent to you needing about 3 to 5 clients per month to make that back. Pretty easy, right? Is that something that you feel is realistic for you?
I'm sure it would be. It's just something I have to talk with my wife over. Only because it's it's not right now, or right now it's a lot of money, but hopefully in the future it won't be.
Yeah, 100%. So let's take moving forward off the table for a second. Let me just ask you a couple questions. Cool?
Yeah.
Yep. So now that you've kind of seen everything, do you feel like this checks all the boxes as far as what you're looking for in a coaching program?
Yeah. I definitely like that the last testimonial that you had where she was able to quit her job and be with her kid. That's ultimately what I'd like to do, is be with my family more than I am now.
100%. I love that. Was my goal too. So I was an in-person trainer for over 15 years and I was making really good money doing it, but I wasn't home and I wasn't very present. That's the worst thing as a father to, only be present on the weekends. So I was kissing them good night while then they're already asleep, and I was already kissing them good morning when they were still asleep. So I kind of felt kind of shitty because I was really not spending time with them. And this gave me the opportunity to do that. So I totally resonate with that. Now, as far as the execution on your end, do you feel 100% confident in your own skill set and ability to follow through with the support and education we've been providing?
Yeah, with the support and education, I don't see a problem with it at all.
Beautiful. So it just seems like it comes down to like a financial thing, right? So if we can figure out something that makes sense for you and your family, is this something that you'd want to move forward with?
After like I said, I have to run it with the wife, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Does your wife know like what your goals are and your ambitions are as far as becoming a coach?
No, I mean, we've talked some about it, and she knows that like getting in fitness really gets me excited. So she understands that portion of it, and she supports me through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So does she kind of understand like how important it is for you to kind of find something as you start transitioning out of the military?
Yes.
Cool. Now, what does your wife do?
She was a CNA, but right now she's a stay-at-home mom. Just cost of putting children. I mean, if she were to get a job, we'd just be paying for somebody else to watch our kids. Like that's where her whole paycheck would go up here. So
100%. Childcare is through the roof every state you go to.
Yeah.
So I told you I got 5 kids, so I know all about it, my man.
Fair.
Cool, man. So let me ask you this, okay? So if we got resourceful, we kind of figure something out that would make sense that actually saves you some coin and it allows you to get started sooner, would this be something that me, you, and your wife could all kind of hop on and work through together after you have the options? Cool. So I have a couple different options. I got 3 different options I think will work really well where you're currently at, okay? Let me ask you this. One of which for sure I know you'll get approved for. Guaranteed, okay? Now, the other two is going to really be based upon your credit. Is your credit like good, bad, great? What's it look like?
Pretty good, I would say. It's in the sevens. So
Cool. So what one of the options I'd want to probably start with is what we call fund my contract. And what this allows us to do is we take that 7,000, but it's split up into very smaller payments that are more manageable. Okay. So as an example, you might get approved for like this guy got approved for like an 84-month loan. His monthly payment was like 155 a month. Pretty cheap, right? Now the cool thing about this is there's no payments due for the first 30 days. There's no down payment, which is nice.
Oh wow.
Okay. The other cool thing is you'll get, whether it's an 84-month or a 24-month, whatever it is, it's a 6 or 12 months, same as cash, which means if you pay out the loan before 6 or 12 months, there's zero interest on that. Okay. So really nice because the program itself is 4 months long. If we're 3 times our investment, right, we should be able to pay this thing off. There's no penalty to pay it off early. So really nice. So what I want to do is I'm going to send that link over together. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to figure out what you get approved for, if you get approved. Let's see. And I want to see like what cards we have to play with. So when we have that conversation with your wife, we already have facts laid out for her. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to just kind of do this together.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep.
All right. Oops. I confirm that I'm not a robot. I forgot to do that. All right, here we go. All right, what's a good email address for you?
DC meek MEEK 92 at gmail.com.
How many kiddos do you have?
2 right now and a third on the way.
Dude, congratulations. What we got? Boys, girls, and mix. What do we got?
It'll be 2 boys and a girl.
Oh man, you need to shut down shop. You got everything now.
So I've already had one vasectomy that didn't work, and I just had the other one a while ago, and so hopefully the second one takes.
Man, you know what though? If you had a vasectomy and then this thing still went through, I firmly believe that's just on purpose. Like that's God's way of telling you had one more in you.
Right.
Dude, I had a vasectomy after I used to breathe on someone when they get pregnant. So I was like, I got to get something done. Right. So now my wife was like, I wish your vasectomy wouldn't work. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not reversing this bad boy. It's just, that's too much business.
Nope. I already told my wife I'm not getting another one. So.
All right, man, check your email. You should have just gotten something.
Let's see. Yep.
Cool. So just going to ask you some basic information, some basic questions. Just fill that out.
Okay.
Now, where are you originally born and raised in?
Born and raised in New Jersey, but home is back in Indiana.
Okay. So are you a Hoosier fan then?
No, I don't really have a sports team, if I'm being honest.
No, that's cool. Yeah, when you get to be a husband and a father of multiple kids, watching sports kind of starts taking a second, third, and fourth, and eventually exited seat. So I totally get it, man. I was talking to my barber today, and I'm like, man, he's asking me questions like I don't even know the answers to these anymore because I haven't got to watch a full game in like years.
Right. No, we were San Jose Sharks fans for a little bit, but we just haven't had time to sit down and watch anything.
Yeah.
Kids took over. I bought a nice brand new, I think it was like a 75-inch TV not long ago, and my kids took it over. So
Yeah, get used to that, my man. You got 18 more years of that.
yep. Let's see.
Now, like I said, this will be one of 3 options that we have. I like to start with this one because this is like one of the strongest options we have. All of them are really good, but this one just makes payment plans significantly easier on the individual.
I don't know if I filled it out right. It says that unfortunately we're unable to match you with a financing offer at this time.
Yep, no, that's no problem at all. If you want to hop back on with me, that's no big deal. So that just lets us know that we didn't get approved for that one. So we just know that that one's not going to work for us. Now, the second one that we got is what we call fun, or it's called Sweet. Okay, it's a third-party financing company. It's awesome. It takes that 7,000, spreads it out over 12 months. So that means a significantly less down payment, significantly less reoccurring amount. So to get started on that one, it's 5%. So it's like 350. Okay, 350 out of 7,000, 350 plus a one-time service activation fee of $59. So to get going today would only be $409. Okay, and then your monthly payments would be equivalent to about $597 per month, which is equivalent to you needing about 2 clients. Because I wouldn't want you charging less than $300 per client.
Right.
Does that seem more realistic?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's I'm gonna have you fill out that one. We'll fill that out together as well. That one takes like literally 2 minutes as well. So let me grab that link really quick and then we'll pop on. That takes about 2 minutes as well. We can figure out exactly. I want to be able to actually show you what that looks like. I'm going to drop this in our chat. 2 seconds. Go ahead and click on that.
There it goes. Okay.
This one's just going to ask you basic information as well. Ask your annual earnings, Social Security, basic stuff that I can't see.
Sure.
And it's going to ask you loan amount. You'll just put in, when it asks you for the amount, just put in 7,000.
Okay.
And then when it asks you what it's for, you'll just put in coaching.
Gotcha.
You guys have any big plans for Memorial Day?
No. Just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, good day of rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
How old's the kiddos right now?
My oldest is 4. My daughter will be 2 in October.
Okay. And then how long is your wife with this last one coming up?
We just hit the 2nd trimester, so right around almost 5 months into it. She's due end of October, beginning of November timeframe.
Exciting time, my man.
Oh yeah.
And a perfect time to really level up so that way you have additional income coming in. Kids are not cheap.
No, they are not. It's
Yeah, when my
loading.
kid said, anytime my kid says I don't feel good, I'm like, oh man, are you sure?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay,
Like,
so we
I
got,
don't want to take you to the doctors.
yeah. Okay. Yep. We got the 34, 36, 48, and 60-month loan terms.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me take a look because I just got notified that you completed it. Okay, so you're going to want to go to only, we're going to look at the, it's called SP. Do not look at the one that says lending point. They're not very good. We're going to go with the Sweet Pay installment plan. So what that looks like, if you want to click back on over to my screen, I'm going to walk you through this.
There we go.
Cool. All right, let me share my screen with you again.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look. Okay, let me know when you can see this.
Yep.
All right, so you got the purchase price of $7,000. 5% of that is $350 plus that one-time service activation fee will be $59. So it'll be $409 to get started. Loan amount comes down to $6,650. Spread that over 12 months, your monthly payment will be $597.08. So again, only need about 2 clients. It's pretty relatively easy, right? Again, does that feel like something that's a lot more reasonable for you?
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. All right. Now the last one, do you by any chance have do you have like a PayPal account?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're gonna try, this is gonna be our last option. So I told you there's 3. Fund my contract. That wasn't for us. Sweet Pay, we definitely got guaranteed. The second one, this is gonna be like a kind of like a slight upgrade from Sweet Pay if we get approved for it. You have pretty good opportunity though because your credit's really good. It's kind of hit and miss though. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to paypal.com/credit. So go ahead and go to that.
Okay.
And PayPal credit is very similar to Fund My Contract. What they offer is a 6-month same as cash. So say pretend you might get approved for a credit line of, let's just say $3,000. We can put that toward a down payment or whatever. And then as long as we pay whatever that was allotted and whatever you used, as long as we pay off what you actually accepted or used before 6 months, zero interest. It's the same as cash. So again, it allows you to get going a little bit sooner, depending on what we get approved for.
Okay.
So go to paypal.com/credit, and then you're going to hit where it says apply. You're going to apply for a line of credit, not the credit card though.
Okay.
It usually gives you a pretty quick feedback. Like once you fill everything out, usually within like about a minute, it'll let you know if you got approved.
There it goes. I don't know what's going on with my account now.
What is that? What's it saying?
Saying sorry, it looks like nothing was found at this location. Maybe try one of the links below. Let me try again.
And then you hit a line of credit, correct?
Let's see. PayPal credit.
Yep.
Apply. Yeah, the only one that comes up is the credit, not a credit card.
Yep. So you want to hit the credit, not the credit card. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Gotta love technology.
Right? And the loading.
Yep, no problem, man.
So I've been approved for a credit limit of 6,000.
Okay, so cool. So think about this now. We got a couple different options now. That's awesome. Okay. So now what we could do. Oop, you still with me? I think my computer froze. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. So we have a couple different options now. So now completely different ball game. So remember that paid in full amount was originally 6,200.
Yeah.
Okay, so really what we could do is we could either use that full 6,000 and put it toward the 6,200, and I'd give you 60 days to pay off the remaining balance of $200, or we could just do half today, so 3,100. Okay, and then the other half due in 60 days. So essentially, you might not have to use that other half based upon what you're already bringing in by following the course guidelines, right? So if you're
Right.
able to, that would be a second half that we wouldn't have to touch, but it's there as a backup plan, right?
Right.
So this way you save $800. So usually on a payment paid in full option, we don't do splits, but I would do a one-off for you since you are able to get approved for the 6,000. We can at least do minimum down, half down today, the other half due in 60 days. So you already know that basically you only have to come up with $200, right?
Okay.
That's pretty easy. And that allows us to get started a lot sooner.
Still there? Sorry, somebody
Yeah,
tried.
no, you're good.
I'm back. Sorry.
No, you're solid, man. I'm here. No, so does that sound like I think that's like probably right now our best play. Because again, you can save $800 and you're not having to worry about monthly payment plans really. Because already
Yeah.
you have 600 out of the 6,200 already approved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or essentially what we could do is, yeah, I would just put half down, or you could literally just use that full 6,000 and then just use 200 of your own. You already have the whole course paid off, and then you're able to pay the rest of the loan back in 6 months. As long as it's before 6 months, zero interest. Our course is 4 months. You have a 3 times your investment guarantee. So essentially, you put in whatever 6,200 or 7,000 you put in, you're getting 21,000 back essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah. It's just like I said, I still need to talk to my wife about it, but yeah, I'd like to move forward for
Yeah,
sure.
cool. Is your wife home?
Yeah, she's with the kids downstairs.
Okay, cool. So if you like, what we could do, I'm not in a rush. I'm just finishing up notes. If you want to mute me,
Okay.
if you want to run downstairs and talk to her and kind of go over some stuff with her and let her know that you've pretty much got approved for the whole damn course, right? We can get you going. If you'd like to do that, like I don't mind just sitting here for 10 to 15 minutes, just finishing off my notes.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah. So go ahead and mute me, and then I'll just be waiting on here for when you get back. Cool.
All right, sounds great.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks.
Yep.
Still there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, my man, I'm here.
Hey, I got a call from my leadership. I guess one of my troops is in trouble. Unfortunately, I won't be able to finish this right now. Is there any way I can get like an overview of the information?
Yeah, I'll send you the 10K VSL the videos that kind of breaks down everything a little bit faster of what it entails. I'll also send you over the the 3K investment guarantee, so you can kind of look at that as well. The
Okay.
client averages, and if you like, I can even send you over some testimonials from people as well.
I mean, whatever information you got, I'd really appreciate. I literally just got a call from my flight chief saying that one of my troops in trouble.
No, dude, I totally get that. Did you want to touch base later tonight?
Do you mind if I just kind of look over it and then get back to you after the weekend?
Yeah, man, but I don't mind that at all. I do get booked up pretty fast, but if we
Okay.
could just kind of figure out, if we could look at both of our phones and see like what we have available, because I don't usually have just random openings. So if we can just figure that out, I'd love to be able to help you out a little bit faster.
Sure. I mean, I'm for the most part,
Are you open at all on Sundays?
I can be.
Okay, cool. Because as long I get back from church like around 1. I think what time zone are you in? Oh, you're Alaska. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so if that's 10 a.m. your time, yeah, if you want, we can stick to that same time. I'll be back by like around 1 p.m.
That should work.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Cool. So let me lock you in here now. And I'm just going to put 10 a.m. Alaska. And what I'll do in between time is I'll make sure I send that over here as we get out the phone call. And then I'll probably follow up with you Saturday. I'll also probably send you over like a free mini course as well, just so you have something to like kind of tie yourself over with. You and your wife can look things over. And then from there, we kind of on Sunday, we can kind of just go over our final options and see what works best for you.
Okay, sounds great.
Cool. I appreciate your time, my man.
Thank you for yours. I really appreciate it.
You got it, brother. Have a good one.
You too.